Hey, my bunch of chicken nuggets. Andrew from McNasty Customz. McNasty Customz coming to you with a little bit of a video that's a little bit different. We're going to start uploading different style videos and different things that we're working on and so on for different reasons. And like I've been saying in some other videos, some of you guys have been following us, obviously, we have some big news coming, some big things coming for McNasty Customz. So keeping an eye open for what's going on. But let's just kind of hop around and see what we're working on. We purchased a 2008 Link Belt 1600. Needing a little work here. It's actually a very nice machine. It's got 2,300 or 2,200 hours on it. It doesn't have any leaks, any of the pistons, no welds in the boom. It runs like a top. It's all here. It operates pretty much exactly what it's supposed to operate. The cab and everything is the seat's not ripped. I mean, everything is in good shape. All the windows roll up and doors open, windows roll up into the roof, so on. Might as well start it up. You guys like hearing things start up, do you? So we'll take it from there and we'll start this thing up. I mean, instantly. Turn the key on. That's it. This thing runs like a top. Could use a little paint. Nice machine. Only issue with the machine so far is the undercarriage. We have a bunch of undercarriage work going on here. There are not a lot of videos on this machine at all. So I don't find many videos. So as you can see, this thing has sat somewhere for a long time. We're up in New England. We got some issues. We got some rot issues. I've been banging this with a hammer, and I probably have 10 pounds of rust in this bucket that's coming off of this one side. So when I got it, the tracks were pretty much seized up, all the links. And I sat there and I used diesel oil and diesel fuel. Used diesel oil out of the motor out of my, another video we're going to be doing, out of my Tacanucci that I've gone through and pretty much painted, took care of, and so on. We're going to be doing videos on that. Also videos on this Quad Racer 500 we just picked up. However, this is about the, not the Tacanucci. So we, oiled up these tracks pretty well, and we got them moving pretty decently. Not great. These had to be trimmed off because they were bent and hitting the undercarriage. Not great, but they are moving, and they could loosen up. I mean, if you look, you could see some of these tracks are flat, still binding up and not sitting on the floor flat. Even if I stand on them, you can see that that is not releasing. So all the rollers, the upper idler, you can see this one here was seized up for a long time, and it is worn right through. This one, trying to get it into the shop, I broke it right off. As you can see, they are dry. Everything is dry. And here is the one that came directly off. Look on the inside of this thing. So that popped off trying to get it in. I have one roller off over here on the floor that I let sit inside a 5-gallon bucket of oil, and then I threaded in a grease cert, and I have it moving freely, but it's really tight. So I'm not 100% sure exactly how much work the rest of these are going to need. I don't know anything about this. It actually has the adjustable bucket, so you can do like angles when you do whatever dirt work you're going to do. So under here, I had to chop off the bolts to get that first roller off, or the second roller off. The first one I took off. Here's the first roller. I want to be able to drive this into the shop. And all of these rollers are seized, and if you look at the bolt heads, they're all rusted and rotted. So I don't know exactly what's going on. I've been calling around, and they don't have a ton of rollers. And you can see there's one style roller and then the opposite side roller, opposite style roller. Pretty good. When you don't know anything about this and you call up and ask for rollers and they say, well, you can just throw on whatever you want to throw on. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be cutting out a lot of this area here. So obviously the very thick plates that are on the bottom, which is like 3/4 inch steel, and then coming around is still all in good shape. This is like, I don't know, 3/8 in the back here. So this part of the frame is really strong. You can see how it's got still a lot of meat on everything. So I'm going to cut out all the tin areas here. Not tin, but this was really thin stuff. This is probably just 1/8 inch. I'm going to chop all this out and re-weld it all back in. And I am going to chop everything on the outside here off. And I'm going to weld that back in as well. And then we are going to try to get as many rollers replaced on this thing as we possibly can. Wow, that one's had some serious time. Some serious time. A track ran over that and locked it into place. The idler seems to be rolling pretty decently. And I'm about to go in and release it so I can push the roller back, release the pin with the grease is right in the inside here somewhere. You just release the grease fitting and that will and you have to push it back and that whole idler will come back. So somebody had, because this was so bound up and sitting for so long, they had it, they made homemade master links. I don't know if you're not going to be able to see it under here. They made, yeah, you can see it. So they made a homemade master link on both sides of the chain to loosen these things up so it would actually ride. And I don't know, they didn't oil anything. They didn't try to get it to loosen up that way. They just extended the tracks. So I do have the rest of the foot plates for this outside. These are actually swamp plates. They're really, really wide for this machine. And these are for going onto soft ground, which that's where this thing's going to be going. However, like I said a few times, we have some updates coming. It's not going to be long now. Trust me when I tell you. I have a lot of footage that I don't want to put out yet. And I will be releasing it soon of why I need this stuff and what I plan on doing with it. And so on for McNasty Customz. You're going to see what's going on. And maybe it's a McNasty Customz construction company. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something different. We'll have to find out. So, I just wanted to give you guys a little update on my link belt. There are no videos pretty much at all on YouTube of any link belts, any information. I'm having a hard time finding some parts and so on. So I'm going to start calling around now and trying to figure out exactly where I can get what. I mean, I'll re-oil this track back up. I mean, I'm sure it's not in the greatest condition. But maybe driving it with, keep oiling. Oh, see, she just pushed down. Yeah, see, it's bound right there. So it comes straight and it binds up and comes down. And then it's bound over here. So this whole link in the middle, try this. That's going up and down. We're an inch above the floor. So, I don't know. We're gonna take it a little bit as we go, and we're gonna learn a little bit, and we're gonna show a little bit to you guys. I mean, I've been working on this stuff for years and so on, for different companies and so on, and I used to be a union laborer, so I operated a bunch of this stuff at one point, but I've never actually went out and bought any of this stuff. So, this is my link belt 1600. We are going to be doing videos on that. This is my Takanouchi TL150. This is a very, very big machine. 12-inch, I don't know if it's 14-inch wide tracks. We got wide tracks. And I went right through. I painted everything, put it in our colors. I welded some stuff on it. I really went through it, replaced the lights, replaced the back pieces, replaced some of the glass. I replaced a lot of stuff on that thing to be getting it up to par. And this is a Quad Racer 500 that I picked up yesterday, actually. We're going to be going through this as well, putting yellow plastic on it and so on. So, guys, I don't know. Just throwing a quick little teaser video out there that we're getting into some equipment and so on and a few other things here. We just finished up a KRX and a Customz cage just to make room to get this thing into the shop, and it doesn't fit. So as you can see, I have a door here, and as the door comes down, pow, I'm also going to be re-welding this front blade here. So the actual, all the arms, everything on the inside there, everything is solid. It's just a lot of the metal, mostly on this side right. The other side needs a little repair work as well, but mostly this side right here is the one that has issues. So if any of you guys have any information on the link belts, or have any, you know, have worked on link belts and so on in the past, and have any idea where I can get some of these rollers at a good price, or what's a good quality rollers, or so on, and some of this undercarriage pieces that I'm going to need here, comment below. I'd appreciate it. And like I said, there's not a lot of the videos on this machine itself. So if we can help anybody else out and giving them some advice too, when they go and search link belt on my on